Hey there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another collection pickup video. Like anyone that's subscribed to my channel knows, I've been doing these pickup videos for a while, and in them I just want to share all the neat little stuff I've picked up for the last couple of months or so, the last month at least. And so yeah, let's get started with that. First off, the new monthly Club Nintendo magazine came out. As you can see on the cover, it showcases The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD Edition. It's very interesting that Nintendo decided to release this game in an HD version, considering that it's a great game, no doubt about that, but a lot of people didn't like the art style of it. Everyone felt that it was like a name that ran around a lot was Powerpuff Link, because he looked very cartoonish, and I remember this caused a lot of controversy when Nintendo announced this. But the game came out, and a lot of people that said that it was going to be the first really bad Zelda game realized that it was an amazing game. It really is a very, very cool game, and I for one am happy to see that this game is going to get a new re-release, and that a lot of new people are going to know about it, because it really is a great game. Again, interesting that Nintendo decided to make a Wind Waker HD re-release, but still, it's going to come out for the Wii U, and it's really, really cool to see this. So, the rest of the magazine talks about some new games that are going to come out for the Wii U and the 3DS, and they talk about the 30th anniversary of the NES. The NES reached a milestone, and it's been 30 years since the system came out in America. So, yeah, a lot of really cool memories here, a lot of really awesome games that released on the NES, so it's cool to see them give a look back at the console that started everything, saved the video game industry, and propelled Nintendo into the awesome force that it is now. So, really, really cool issue of Club Nintendo. I'm really happy about that. Didn't pick up any comic books this time around, but I did pick up two books. The first book is the sequel to an interview with a vampire, written by Anne Rice, and this is the vampire Lestat, which focuses on Lestat. Not really a bad guy in the first book or in the movie, but this reveals his origin and how he became a vampire and everything he did while he was a vampire. And another book follows this up, called Queen of the Dam, and the movie of the same name, Queen of the Dam, takes elements from this and the other book. I don't own the other book, and I don't own Interview with a Vampire. I saw this at a swap meet, and I bought it for 10 pesos. So it's a really good book. It's a really good book. It really showcases the mythology that Anne Rice had created for her universe, and how where vampires originate from, and some of the rules and everything. So this turned out to be a really cool book. Really, really glad about it. And I actually finished reading that. I've been on a roll. I've been reading a lot of books lately and finishing them, which I'm really happy to be able to do that, to actually finish a lot of my back issue books that I started and I didn't finish. Another book I got at the same swap meet was White Fang. I remember my dad owning this book, and he lent it to me one day, and I loved the book. I really loved reading about White Fang. So, but I don't know where that original book is. I asked my dad, and he doesn't really know where he left it. But so I saw this, I picked it up. Unfortunately, it's not the complete book. At least I remember White Fang being a little thicker. And but I realized why. This is one of those junior classic for young readers. And these type of books, unfortunately, get edited and they get compressed. So they take stuff out that I guess they don't think is very interesting or too complicated for younger readers. So that was kind of disappointing, but it does have some nice artwork here. So I guess, yeah, it's not the complete book, but it's still a pretty good book, and I also finished reading this one. and I still like the story of White Fang a lot. So 2 books that I bought and I finished reading. I'm really happy about that. Next, I picked up some video games, and at a swap meet, I picked this one up. Lady thought it was a DVD, so I got this for 10 pesos. It's for the Nintendo GameCube. I picked up 007 Everything or Nothing. This is a EA game, released 2 of these type of games for the GameCube. This one was their first non-third-person shooter game. It actually is it's a first person, and they're non-first person shooter game. And they released a third-person game, which is this, starring Pierce Brosnan and Shannon Elizabeth. It's like a Bond movie, but you control. If you played Mission Impossible on the N64, it's kind of like that. You control Bond, and you can drive on cars, and it even has a multiplayer. So the other game that they released, similar to this one, starred Sean Connery in From Russia with Love. But I was missing this one, and I didn't want to get it on the PlayStation. It also released on the PlayStation 2, but I wanted it on the GameCube because I have From Russia with Love on the GameCube. So now I complete my third-person James Bond collection, so that's pretty cool. Also got this really cheap. Picked up Daxter for the PSP. It's been a while since I actually played with my PSP, but I really like the Jak and Daxter series. I actually own all of the games on the PlayStation 2, even that racing game that released. But this is kind of a segue between the beginning of Jak 2, and then the 2 years that happened after that within the prologue. This follows Daxter on what he was doing in Haven City. So wanted to pick this one up because that is a huge gap in the Jak and Daxter storyline. So I'm really happy I picked that one up. I was going through my old videos, and I don't remember sharing this pickup. So this is an old pickup, but it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I recently got my PlayStation 3 fixed. I have the original launch 60 gigabyte edition, the one that plays PlayStation 2 games. So it didn't start up, but now it does. I got it fixed, so now I can play PlayStation 3 games again and watch Blu-rays and everything. So I brought this one back, and it's still awesome. The main thing about Call of Duty, I remember this also caused a lot of controversy because this is the game that has the no Russian level. If you're a gamer, you know what that's about. So I remember a lot of controversy with this one, but the best thing about Call of Duty is the multiplayer. Not a lot of people play this anymore. Everyone's playing Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 3, but yeah, I had this one, and I didn't see it in one of my pickup videos. If I repeated the showing, then I apologize. I did pick up 2 new games for the PlayStation 3 since it started working again, because they were cheap at a Blockbuster, and I had some points on the Blockbuster reward system, so I got these on sale, and I didn't pay full price for them because of that of the point system. But I picked up Mass Effect 2, which actually kind of sucks because, well, I'll get to that. Picked up Mass Effect 2. BioWare's huge Space Odyssey. I remember a lot of people talking about the Mass Effect games when they released, and I've always been curious about actually getting them. The first game didn't release on the PlayStation 3. Back when this one released, a lot of the internet sites said that there was no way that Mass Effect 1 was going to release on the PlayStation 3 because Microsoft had the distributing rights. So the best that we could get is Mass Effect 2 and its sequel. But I kind of started playing this already. I just created my character, and I downloaded that comic book that tells you the story of the first Mass Effect, and also lets you choose some main plot things that would affect this one. So far I'm liking it. I'm really liking. The graphics are pretty awesome, and so far I like the gameplay and the story. So I bought this one, and I couldn't buy this one without the sequel, so I picked up Mass Effect 3. The thing that kind of bummed me out is that after I bought them, I actually saw on the GameStop website that they released a Mass Effect trilogy, which includes Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, and 3 on a single disc. So I was kind of disappointed because I would have really liked to play the first Mass Effect. But again, that one, the collection costs $40. Now I did not pay not even half of that for both of the games, so you know, it's not really that bad. But I remember also this caused a lot of controversy because of the ending. The BioWare released a patch for a new sort of ending, but even people weren't still not happy with that. But I'm really happy to get these two games because they are milestones in video game history. A lot of people praise these games a lot, and I'm really happy to actually own them now. And I'm hoping I can get through them. I'm looking at this one has some 6 hours of extra mission, and this one has a whole bunch. It took me like 2 days to download all of the patches and extra missions and free downloads for Mass Effect 3. It's like a gigabyte and a half just of free downloads for this one. So really looking forward to playing these two. Okay, the last part is always movies, so let's get into that. This was on sale, so I picked up Twilight Eclipse. Yeah, you know the grief that the Twilight series gets. This is only the one-disc movie edition, which doesn't make any sense. A Blu-ray can hold a lot more than just the movie. It should have some special features. But I got this for really. It was on sale at Walmart, so now to complete the whole saga, I'm missing Breaking Dawn Part 2. And I'll have complete the collection for that. Picked up on Blu-ray The Hunger Games. Was gonna buy it on DVD, but the Blu-ray was also on sale, and it has a little bit more extra features. I think it has only 2 more. So I decided to pick it up. Really looking forward to seeing the new movie that comes out this year, Catching Fire. Because the trailer looks really cool. Looks like it's gonna have a lot of stuff happening. So a lot of people didn't like this movie because they edited some of the more violent scenes from the book, and also a lot of people complained about the shaky cam. But I didn't find a problem with that. Thought it was a really solid movie and it was pretty cool. At Walmart they had this sale on Blu-rays and DVDs, so I picked up a whole bunch of stuff. Again, at Walmart I picked up Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. The only problem with this is it doesn't have any special features except a couple of deleted scenes. But it stars Nicolas Cage as Johnny Blaze, and it's done by the people that made Crank. So heard a lot of mixed reviews on this. A lot of people thought it sucked. They said that the first one was better than this one. The Cinema Snob Brad Jones is the only one that I've heard that actually liked this one. So yeah, again, I didn't think it was bad. I liked the movie. I thought it was really cool. And Nicolas Cage dropped that whole Elvis tone he had for Johnny Blaze in the first one. So I liked it. Another Walmart buy, I picked up from director Sam Raimi, the first Evil Dead. Yeah, I only have Army of Darkness, and there's no way that I can get the really cooler editions with the Necronomicon. And I've always wanted to pick up the Evil Dead series. I'm only missing 1 and 2. So I'm really happy to get this one. This is the real horror movie of Evil Dead. The second one's kind of like more of a comedy with some elements of horror. And this one's just pure horror. And really happy to get this one. I need to get Evil Dead 2. So yeah, really happy to get this one. Another movie I picked up at Walmart that I never thought I would actually get a chance to buy was ReAnimator. Because I've never seen it, and I've checked a lot of websites, and they say that it's out of stock. Not out of stock, it's out of print. But Walmart, I guess, re-released another edition of this. There's obviously a better one, and the one that everyone chases has the green box. But ReAnimator. I didn't really know about it until I saw